today we have an Omega Men number 3, first Lobo. Cool book. I can see right through the Mylar there's a couple light ticks in it. The person had it at a 7.0. Hopefully they didn't pay 60 bucks for a 7.0 copy of this book, but that's not me to judge. But let's take a better look at it if I can get it out. Triple backer boards. Man, I believe in double, but triple. Right, let's get this light where we can see it. Actually looks pretty nice. I got a little something right there by the foot going across, right there, going across. A couple light ticks, not bad, really light, really small. A little something right there too. All right there, see it? Right under the E or M, in between the E and the M. A little bit of soiling, not too bad. Another little dimple right there. See that? All right, so not a lot of work. So I'll give the cover a once over. I'll bust out the eraser to try to clean up this perimeter. And then we'll steam this sucker and press this sucker. Okay, so what I'll be using is, this is an Absorian sponge. Kind of feels like a, I don't know, eraser slash sponge. Then I got 2 eraser pens. I got a fine point one. If you got to get in a little cracks with this, I don't think I'm going to use that. And then obviously just a regular standard eraser pen. And then snatch these off the wife. Cotton rounds. Get them in a makeup section of supermarket or wherever. It's like $2-3 for a whole pack of them. But anyway, let's start by cleaning up this perimeter a bit. Now they had this at a 7.0. I'm thinking maybe it's higher than that. If you get it clean and get a couple of these dimples out, and maybe by a good press hiding those spine ticks a little bit. Never gonna get them out, but sometimes with a good press, they become less visible. If that makes sense. Sorry, press heating up. Never fails. This is boring to watch. You could always fast forward, but I do always try to like to cover the full content of what I'm doing. Or do 2x speed until you get to a part that's more important. I don't know what his plans are for this book though, but Mike DeCarlo, who I think was the colorist or inker on this book, is always at local cons. So to me, you have it, why not get the freaking signature? But I'm signature happy. Some people aren't. This damn little dimple right here, this little stain right here. It's gonna bother me. It might be through and through. It kinda is. Not getting that out. All right. 2 cotton rounds. And 2, one for the front, one for the back, so I don't share its germs. So try to get all this eraser residue off the book and whatever else it may pick up. Sometimes you'll be surprised. Not bad. So I'm going to flip this over so I'm not transferring any eraser crumbs from back to the front. Just give this a good wipe down. Sometimes there might be grease in the cover from fingers that you can't see, that sometimes you can just wipe out, depending on the paper, of course. This is decent paper from the 80s. All right, not bad. All right, so before I steam, I always like to put the backer board in first. I do it at the centerfold at the Staples. This is just a clothing steamer. I usually go over the cover and then I try to go inside the cover as well to loosen up that paper a bit. Same for the back. All right, so next I'm going to use cardstock, the inside of the back cover. Now, this might seem stupid, but always be careful when you place your book. You don't fold that back cover because it's very loose and wobbly when you steam it. I have done it once before. Luckily, it was my book and not somebody else's. So I got a big crease in my back cover because I didn't pay attention as I was doing this. Learn from your mistakes. All right, silicone parchment paper on the bottom, silicone on the top, and over to the press. All right, so it is preheated to 160 degrees, which is the temperature I like for pulp books. I'm probably gonna have to loosen this because this is a little bit fatter than the last book I did. So let's see. Yep, maybe a little too loose. There we go. All right, so this is a pressure dial. So when you have this loose, you can adjust this. You can't really do it when it's down because it's very tight, but that adjusts how much tension you have on your book. Because you never want to smush your book, you just want to press it. You want just enough pressure to where you're not crushing the crap out of it. So I'm gonna leave this in here for 5 to 6 minutes and then let it cool off for 2 to 3 hours until this press is nice and warm, which I'm almost burning my hands, it's so hot. So see you in a few minutes. All right, let's see what we got. Some bind ticks look a little nicer. Indentation still slightly there. That's the only one though, that right there. Indents in the back are gone. A little cleaner, but you know, still some soiling. So this I am gonna press one more time because there's actually a little dimple right there too. Let me see what, yep, see it? And then there's right above my thumb. Can't really see it, but it is there. Let's get that out to get this a tiny bit nicer. So I'm gonna put this in one more time Add moisture, hopefully just to those 2 spots, here and here. Try to get this book perfect. But hope you liked today's video. If you did, click that like button, hit that subscribe button, and any questions, leave them in the comments. I will leave a list of all the stuff that I use, silicone parchment papers to press, yada yada, in the description. So if you want to know what I use, click on the description and you can find out more. Thanks for watching. See you next time.